Good morning to our esteemed jurors and participating companies and the delegates who are joining us live on LinkedIn and YouTube. Welcome to the 16th edition of Aegis Graham Bell Awards jury presentation for the Fintech innovations. This is India's largest and most prestigious platform celebrating innovation. We are honored to host today's jury presentation as most transformative category, which is Fintech. This segment will feature innovative companies that redefine the way the landscape of finance and Fintech works in our country, as well as there are participation. We have also participants who are from overseas to compete along with our innovator. And this is a platform to celebrate. This is a platform to showcase this fast, scalable, and intelligent design will be showcased to you today at jury presentation. With this, we also have a video to display about our journey, Aegis Graham Bell Awards. Let me play the video.
India has the largest population of the blind. From past 65 years, we have been empowering the visually challenged persons to bring them in the mainstream society with the assistive technology.
75,000 ladies every year dying in India because of breast cancer. We as a team wanted to change this scene.
124 million customers in 170 days. Never happened before. The fastest growing startup in the world.
I would like to thank Aegis Graham Bell for recognizing us, and it's pretty indeed a pleasure because we're a very small company, unlike the big names which are coming over there. Pure startup. Thanks Aegis Graham Bell for giving this award to us and recognizing.
It looks like technology will boost market in India.
This is not just a great platform for recognition of the work we have done, but also for the valuable feedback we have received from the jury. And that is very important for a startup like ours.
I think events like this, where we recognize the good work, the innovative work some people have done, and I'm very glad to see that smaller companies have been picked out to be awarded.
I have also to thank him for making me a part of this event for the last few years. More than you all, I feel more benefited because each time when I go back from this annual event, I go back wiser than before, having learned what more can be innovated and what more can be developed.
As you just witnessed a glimpse of what Aegis Graham Bell Award is all about, let me take you to the moment to talk about the origin. We started in 2010. This was an initiative under an institute, which is Aegis School of Data Science, to foster innovation, to build a legacy of innovators who are transforming the India's landscape. And the vision was clear: to promote innovation, to support the bold step, to create India's most credible, transparent, and merit-based platform for recognizing excellence in different domains. Over the 16 years, AGBA has been the national benchmark for innovation, celebrating startups, corporates, academia institutes that are shaping the future. And we are honored to have been part of the journey where innovation is making a difference. Today, the world talks about the Gen AI. Today, the world talks about Fintech. We have seen the growth of this advance of technology. And hence, we are proud to have a lot of participants who come to showcase the best of their work. Today, you'll also see some of the startups who have been risen from their work, and they have been showcasing the best of their work to the jurors here. And that's something which we would like to highlight for the Fintech category. Along with this, we also have the jurors for the presentation today. We welcome Professor A.K. Sharma, who is a professor for Department of Management Studies with IIT Roorkee. We welcome you, sir. Thank you for joining. We have Mr. Subrat Patra, Managing Partner with Idea Capital Ventures. Thank you for joining, sir. We have
Thank you so much.
Pleasure, sir. Mr. Kamlesh Rathod, GM for Fintech Division at International Financial Service Center Authority, IFCA. Welcome, you, sir. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
And we have Dr. Sudarshan Kumar, Assistant Professor with IIM Calcutta. Welcome, you, sir. Thank you for joining for the Judo presentation. And we're expecting Mr. Rupesh Dera to join for the session, but as a program, we have the jurors. We will proceed with the session. This award is supported by the Ministry of Electronics IT, Government of India. As a country partner, we have SwissNext, bridging the Switzerland and India to foster the global innovation and research collaboration with academia and startup and their community at large. An initiative, as I stated, it's this initiative of Aegis, an institute empowering the next generation tech talents and fostering the culture of applied innovations. Tech powered by our two esteemed partners, MeitY Campus. The platform which the jurors would be evaluating today would be on the MeitY Campus platform. It helps us to be digital ahead when it comes to the evaluation process and also evaluating the thousands of applications which we receive over the years and making it more convenient for the jurors to evaluate each session. Along with this, we also have, as we spoke about GenAI, this is the world's first AI-powered auto-grading descriptive coding assessment, which is called as Assessify AI. What it does is it evaluates answers in descriptive, subjective, scenario-based coding assessment. These are not only help supporting the academic institute, but also large corporates because learning is continuous. And what Assessify does is a remarkable journey there. Julius, as we talk about the process here, now, as I stated earlier, that there are innovators will be showcasing their slot for 10 minutes, followed by Q&A by the jurors will be asked and they have to answer the questions. Also to highlight, this is not about a platform from the years of 15 years, not about just a platform of competition. Though it's an award, but it's more important a platform which we have grown to call as complementing platform. From 15 years, we have seen the companies who grow and shine, like some company which I call it here as Skyroot. Skyroot is shining in the space domain. We have heard it from our Prime Minister. We have heard it from our PMO Minister. So we have heard a lot about these companies. Some of the companies have become household name like Misho. These companies have grown. They have showcased the innovation first to the jurors, followed by not just startups, but also the large enterprises. They have also grown, like companies like CDOT, working in quantum mechanics, TechM, which is working GenAI for Indian languages. Very surprised and very great innovations have been there in our awards. But award winner is always one. What about the rest one? So hence, we, with the support of the Ministry of Electronics IT, we initiated to a specific genre for us, that is Innovation Star Rating and Innovation Index. Innovation Star Rating is, as the jurors would be evaluating the innovation, we would give them a star certificate stating what they have gained from that evaluation metrics. For example, it is a validation platform for any innovator to go back and learn where they had done a mistake and also the feedback what jurors would be sharing. This would be a great way for not just about a competition, but complementing what they are great at and what they need to work on. And this is a platform where it is not what we state. It's not a competition platform. It's a complement platform. And hence, the innovation star rating would be given to each company who are showcasing the innovation. It's not a participating certificate. It's a certificate to tell them where they stand. And that's where the Aegis Graham Bell Award lies here. Along with this, we also have Innovation Index, which is for evaluating like what we hear a lot about great place to work, best HR firm to work. But what about the innovative firm to work? And similar way, we have launched Innovation Index. It's a benchmark for enterprise, stating where an enterprise stands when it comes to innovations and how a country can be glorified in the economy when it comes to innovation proportion. This is an initiative what we are doing for each participant who are coming and presenting at the Aegis Graham Bell Award with a star rating. Along with this, we also want to showcase about the Innovation Index. Before I initiate this, I would also like to highlight this platform will also have certain feedback for the innovators. Let me demonstrate to you. Allow me a minute. I'm sharing my screen again. This is for a reference on the evaluation portal. Allow me a minute. Jules, I'm sharing a demo platform for you so that you see it exactly what you've been doing for the evaluation today. Jules, the scores are from 1 to 10. 1 to 2 being below average and 9 to 10 being excellent. As you log into the portal, you'll see a certain page like this. However, this is a demo account. The name would be different for you at the moment. Here it's Conviva, yours would be IME. When it comes to the category, if any of the jurors are seeing the previous edition's company, you can just select the date or the company, or you can just select the date. I believe that would be helpful. It will turn green and you'll be able to see the presentation in case you are able to see the previous one, as some of our jurors are from the previous edition as well. When it comes to rating jurors, there is no submit button in this portal. It's most convenient. It's auto save. As you enter your scores, this would be auto save. As I stated, each innovator would be evaluated based on the 4 evaluation criteria: problem statement, innovation, market impact or opportunity, social impact, and rating as per overall assessment by the juror. And as I stated, this is a platform for compliments. Would request you to please share what you liked about innovation. We would like to share it with our innovators, stating this is something which the jurors liked and you can always promote it better. As well as what's the feedback. This feedback is improvement for their is important for their improvement. So please do share your feedback, could be in bullets, could be in a brief, but do share these boxes so that they learn from the session. And that's about the evaluation criteria portal for you. And about the evaluation criteria, we also have, if any have doubts, we would be there to answer. The evaluation criteria is also highlighted in the format, which you can just click and see based on the evaluations, how the scorings would be. The entire explanations have been given here. Now, I would like to know from the jurors if there are any questions for me for the evaluation criteria or the format.
That is fine, but I'm not able to access the link. There is some problem there. The link that has been shared with me, so I don't know.
Just a minute, sir. Dr. Sudarshan, I'll check with that. Allow me a minute. Let me check with backend team and I'll help you with this. I hope Dr. Sharma, Mr. Patra and Mr. Rathod, are you able to access?
Yeah.
You're able to? Same goes to you.
Yes.
Great. Jurors, we are on time with the first presenter, and Manu is a leader for the FinTech division. He's from Singapore and we're also presenting the innovation here for a FinTech category. Manu, you're ready with your presentation?
Hi, Gavin. Hi, everyone. Hi. Yes, I am. Am I audible? Am I clear?
Yes, you're loud clear. You're loud clear.
Okay, perfect. Let me just share my presentation.
Yes, we are able
to see this. Is it in a presentation mode?
Yes, it is.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect.
Allow me a
Shall
minute.
we begin?
Allow
Sure,
me a minute.
sure.
Jurors,
Okay,
we'll
sure.
start with our first presentation now. I hope we are good to start. Yes. Okay, then. Look forward. Manu, over to you. We'll start the timer now. Let me add a spotlight to the timer. Allow me a minute.
Sure.
Yes. Good to start. Go ahead.
Perfect. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mano. Thanks, Gavin, for the presentation. And as he said, I'm from Singapore. I run a small software engineering company. And I solve hard problems in investment finance, and I use smart contracts to do it. So I'm going to show you what some of these solutions look like. So before then, the problems I've actually solved, these are the hard problems. I leave you to read the examples I've provided here. So I've categorized them into 4 categories, and below them I've given examples, and I've tried to substantiate them in terms of the impact that it has economically. But just to summarize, these 4 areas that I've solved problems in. The first one, I've solved circumventable governance via my company smart contracts. So remember, again, I said I solve problems by converting them into smart contracts. Usually you've got these logic that exist as mutable logic in backend systems. I've moved them into immutable logic in a smart contract, and that solves not the entire problem, but at least the reliability of it, of the solution. And so the first one that I created, the first smart contract I ever created was a company smart contract, and that solved the first problem here of circumventable governance. And the second is vulnerable centralized custody. If you guys are familiar with this, you should be. There's a lot of news now. So Coin DCX, an Indian cryptocurrency exchange or digital assets exchange, just recently got hacked. And so centralized custody doesn't work for digital assets, even if it's institutional custodians. So I've solved that with my decentralized custody design pattern that I show in a little bit. The third one, matching engines. Traditional matching engines are first in, first out. I've created the only discrete time central limit matching engine. And traditional matching engines are easily gameable by high frequency trading firms. They use strategies like latency arbitrages, order book spoofing to do this. And then lastly, failed settlements or failure to deliver is what we usually call it. This usually ends up in a specific circumstances like naked short sales, for example. And so in naked short sales, usually you sell an asset or you short an asset without borrowing it first from the market. And it happens quite frequently. India as well. The recent Jane Street incident has been in the news, and I put that here. That's also a problem that can be mitigated with my solution, but let me then now go into what that solution actually is. So this is my new architecture for investment finance, and I've automated and securitized all the classic investment finance processes from clearing to matching to settlements. And I want to draw special attention here. I won't be able to go through everything in the interest of time, but I want to draw special attention to the bottom right-hand quadrant of my chart here, where I reference, and all these blue portions are all smart contracts that I've created. And the one that I want to refer to right now is the Asset Plus Plus smart contract, as I call it. Oops, sorry. And so this Asset Smart Contract is not just a ledger of holdings. It has got functions in it that allow you to do the issuance, the exercise, the awards, all the functions pertaining to the underlying as well as derivatives. So even with regards to futures, for example, the underwriting of the future, the issuance of the future, the exercise of the future is done at the smart contract level 100%. No, nothing gets done outside of the smart contract, unlike how it's currently implemented, for example. And each of these, the underlying and the derivatives, they each can be tradable on their own exchange. So the whole concept of a decentralized exchange is to be able to attach the matching engine features, because the matching engine is just nothing more than a feature. You can attach that to the underlying and make these assets their own exchanges, right? So that's the architecture that I've pioneered. And we've built it all into a mobile application end-to-end, and we will see the GIFs on the right side in this presentation showing various parts. And so I'll continue. But to underpin all of this, the first thing is a custody design pattern, a decentralized custody design pattern. Remember, I said centralized custody doesn't work. It's been hacked. Coin DCX was the recent example. And so my version is going back to how Martin Hellman and Diffie Whitfield, for example, when they invented public key cryptography back in the day, how they never had the concept of managing keys in a central basis. The same thing applies to digital assets, and this is the slide that just shows it. But we didn't stop there. I think doing self-custody is not just the right thing to do, but it's a difficult thing to do as well. And one of the biggest challenges is in the key recovery process. And so with the key recovery, usually you need some kind of intervention in the form of an admin that helps you recover your keys, or social recovery is something that they talk about in the crypto spaces. But we have the only human intervention free key recovery. Basically, I've got what is called an open source intelligence server, which is what I call here as OSINT. And that thing does all the KYC in an automated fashion. We have LLMs to do the internet searches. And then finally, it allows you to recover your key. And we split the key, Samir, via Samir's secret sharing algorithm into 3 parts. So the 3 instances control this key, and any 2 of them can come together to reconstitute it. And the GIF on the right side kind of shows this, right? So then we also did a constitution smart contract. Remember, I said we're the first ones and the only ones still today, because it's a bit of a boring subject, I suppose, to implement bylaws and corporate actions into a smart contract so that it cannot be circumvented. And we've implemented about 18 such corporate actions from issuance, options, employee share options, and so on into a company smart contract. And then, of course, the asset plus smart contract itself. I've got a few slides here, and I'm a CTO that's presenting, so forgive all the flowcharts. This is the way I present. But we've done, again, everything from the underlying to the transfer functions, right down to being able to do derivatives as well. So remember, I said naked short selling is a real problem in the industry. We have solved this with our version of a collateralized borrowing lending feature, for example, and that's what I'm showing in this chart, which itself merits a research paper, and I'll get to at some point when I have some time. We've done futures, like I mentioned before. We've done options, employee share options, and the full process is in the smart contract, as I mentioned before. And then my pièce de resistance is this thing called the decentralized exchange smart contract. It is a discrete time central limit matching engine. Now, in the traditional matching engine, usually, if let's say in a continuous time matching engine, first in, first out, you know exactly that the first order came in nanosecond 1, second order came in nanosecond 2, and so on and so forth. So you know the exact sequence because it's a central server, very easy, right? But in a distributed system, time is not so easy. You don't know which order came first, which transaction came second, and so on. And so you need a sequence in block agnostic way of being able to match these orders and still be fair about it, and it should not be manipulatable. And so when I invented this, inadvertently, I also solved a whole bunch of other problems that exist in traditional investment finance. And so basically the end result of what I'm trying to tell you here in the interest of time is that I've solved a lot of these front-running problems that you typically have in a traditional matching engine, right? And this is also a big problem in the decentralized finance world. So this design doesn't even exist in that world as of today.
Well,
and you will
those
also notice on the right
minutes.
side in the graphic, I have solved what I call transient, what I've called transient volatility. So transient volatility is when you've got volatility that's attributed due to high frequency trading, price fixing, market manipulation related strategies, rather than actual underlying issues. And so that's the difference that you see in terms of volatility, even though I'm doing the same price, I'm submitting the same orders on both ends. Right? Cool. So I'm going to skip this slide because I'm sure somebody's going to ask me this question, why blockchain, why smart contracts, for later. So I'll leave that for later. But in terms of competitive advantage, these are all the competitor solutions that I've kind of put into one slide, but let me go through it in detail. So our self-custody design pattern, all the key features I've implemented, I've put them on the left side here that I mentioned before, and then I compare them to these other companies that have similar solutions. And it's kind of obvious that we have taken different approaches, so they might not necessarily have implemented these features that I feel are very essential for self-custody. And then for our Constitution smart contract as well, again, our focus has always been on getting corporate actions and bylaws implemented in a non-circumventable way. So that's the reason why we've done it like this. And a lot of the other competitors have not really focused on this. And so if you compare us with other solutions, this is the end result for the Constitution smart contract. Our asset smart contract as well, if you compare us to the rest, the other smart contracts don't have derivatives, don't have the ability to borrow and lend, do not have their own exchanges or exchange smart contracts or matching engine smart contracts. So that's our advantage. Yeah, so the same thing for the DEX smart contract that I created is impervious to front running and all these other high frequency trading strategies. Now we've got a vertically integrated stack. So everything that we've done in-house. We don't use any other service providers. And this is my personal area of specialization, the 3 areas, but I'll come to it later on if there's a question about it. And this is the market segment, the overview of where we compete. So because of the solution, all the solutions that we've created, we are across several sectors. And this is the way we intend to generate revenue. And the first 2 gray boxes, we are in the process of doing it. We'll close off some. But the last is what I want to touch on a little bit before I end this presentation. It's what I call Project Super Lexicon, where we're trying to solve this liquidity fragmentation. We're basically running our own digital asset, decentralized exchange platform. Yeah, I know I'm rushing through some of these, but I'm happy to address any questions.
Yes, Mano, we are closing on time.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm done.
Thank
you.
Let's stop the presentation. Let me add a spotlight to you now. Yeah. We'll start the timer for the Q&A. Any of the judo would like to go first with the question?
Again, if I understand that the major value proposition of your decentralized exchange is that you will avoid manipulation through front running. That is what kind of coming out of your presentation. There can be other value proposition, but how do you ensure that front running will not happen?
So front running usually happens because a traditional matching engine is first in, first out, right? It is continuous time. So meaning at any point, this order came first, this order came second, right? So that's why the high frequency trading guys always get ahead of the retail trading guys because they're closer to the exchanges, because they're better hardware, right? But in the discrete time matching engine I've created, there are discrete time periods. So let's say a 5-second time period, which is what a block takes. In that 5 second, I don't care who comes first, who comes second. I treat everybody like as though they came at the same time, without any bias.
Okay,
That's the
so you are
reason
not giving
why.
any, you are not giving any time priority, right?
Correct.
To the
There
order.
is a time priority between the blocks of time, but within one block of time, let's say if it's 5 seconds or 10 seconds, there's no time priority within that block.
But then in the financial market, when the data flow happens, like suppose there is a
Yes.
financial news like GDP or anything, 5 seconds is a very,
Yes.
for us, 5 seconds is a very large time frame. But suppose non-farm payroll is coming or GDP is coming, that is a very small
Yep.
time. 5 seconds is very large. So how do you manage that? Suppose I don't want to send the order that will be decided whether I want to execute that after 5 minutes. So that kind of thing creates a lot of problem in terms of implementation, right?
Not quite. So I think what I'm trying to say is, let's say now you have economic data releases that happen, right? When the data happens, the high frequency trading guys are already informed through APIs, for example, right? They're not reading the news and digesting the news. They already have APIs. And based on calculations, they're already submitting their orders even before the retail trader gets to digest anything, any information. So the way I built it is it at least gives them that small time period where even the retail traders could potentially digest the information and everybody can start placing their orders at the same time. And then you have fair execution, right? And so the reason, yeah. And so the other thing I also want to mention is recently on Jane Street, the issue with the indexes and the options that happen in India. That's also a clear example of how first in, first out matching engines don't work. So in the first in, first out matching engine, for such trading strategies, you want to hit the best. So when you're buying, right, you want to hit all the cheapest asks at the top. And after you hit the cheapest asks, the rest of us are left with the more expensive asks. Then we see Jane Street buying and we start buying, right? And then Jane Street in parallel is going to the options market and then executing some bearish options at the cheap because now the price of the index is going up. And then when they dump it at the end, they again get the best bids. They get the cheapest, the highest bids, right? And so because they get the highest bids, the left of us are left with the more expensive bids when they dump, and then we end up paying the price. So to mitigate that a little bit, if you do discrete time matching, you can significantly affect this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kamlesh, you have a
Very good
question, sir?
Yeah, we are. See, there are many companies like Uniswap, Karu, they also develop a similar type of a protocols. Okay, so how you are having the competitive edge? And the second one, we are having a conventional market. How you will earn that X factor, okay, which will probably replace the growth in the conventional market. So what is your strategy? And the third, if I will what it call mix with this, what will be your revenue model to enter in the market?
Sure. So I answered the easiest question first. The revenue model is we license. So a lot of the guys that we usually speak to right now are running their own digital assets exchanges. So we haven't gone to the national bourses yet. So we haven't gone to the Bombay Stock Exchange or the Singapore Stock Exchange just yet. It's mostly a lot of these smaller digital assets exchange. So for them, they appreciate the end-to-end product that we have. Now, your first question, in terms of competition, whether anybody else is doing it, actually, until today, there is nobody with a discrete time matching engine. The two alternative protocols that exist today, of course, the third one being the traditional first in, first out continuous time matching engine that all the exchanges use. The two other alternatives in the decentralized finance space, one is what they call a swap protocol. So a swap protocol is exactly that. It's not an order book based matching engine. It's a swap protocol, and there you incur mark-to-market losses when you execute anything in the swap protocol that you then have to hedge in a traditional exchange, so it doesn't really solve the problem. So that's the closest competition that we have. And the second one is in the blockchain, there's many layers nowadays. You've got layer 1, which is the most secure, and then you've got layer 2, which is less secure and a bit more centralized. And there you usually have a sequencer, and the sequencer tells you the exact sequence of the orders, and the matching engines that are available today still depend on that sequence. My matching engine is the only one in the world today that doesn't depend on the sequence. Even if you go into an LLM today, for example, use Gemini Pro Coder, and you tell it to build you a matching engine that uses discrete time, it will not give you the solution that I have, which shows that it hasn't been trained on the solutions, therefore the solutions don't exist just yet. Sorry, and your second question, so I answered. the third and answer the first. Your second question, Intel this. So it's a tall order, right? So that's why we're focused on the digital assets exchanges. And I'm also going to, in the end, spin off my own exchange. It's a separate company that I shortly introduced at the end, called Super Lexicon. So we want to be able to prove what we've already built. And so that's our kind of strategy at the moment. But we have many people who are speaking to us about licensing what we want. And so that's the parallel approach that we're taking. Small company, we have to try and hit all cylinders at the same time, unfortunately.
Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for the question, sir.
Yes, Professor Sharma, your question.
It was nice hearing your presentation. It was very interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you. Also, but one thing I would suggest you that your speed should be a little lower, because when we are interacting on some fronts, so we should be able to hear very clearly that what you want to speak
Understood.
on and you want to add on, right? So my questions are two, in fact. The first
Understood. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah. So means when you're talking about this kind of the applications or this kind of the technology or this kind of the facilities available, so so many apps are there in the market who are helping in the investment banking or investment decisions, or maybe they're facilitating our investment components. But number one, what is so innovative about your particular say application, or maybe the part of the job you're doing? Because there are so many applications in the market. So what is innovative about you? That is one part. And second thing, in a country like India, where the fintech is still a new phenomenon, and most of the people, 80% of the people, are out of the reach of the fintech. So how do you make it popular, or maybe make it available to the people living at the maybe not the lowest level of part of the pyramid, but even at the middle level of the pyramid? Means that should be within the reach of the people. So how would you do that?
So, no, a very good question, sir. And yes, I'm sorry I speak too fast sometimes, but in the short time remaining, so the whole idea of the matching engine is to level the playing field for everybody. So it shouldn't be that the institutions get better execution than retail traders, right? So that's the number one point, is we try to level it. And so when we deploy even the exchange that I'm right now working on deploying, we're going to enable all participants to participate, right? So it means you will have your high frequency traders, you will have your retail traders, and in terms of making the underlying product available, there are some restrictions. So depending on the regulations, I cannot make the product available. Oh, sorry, I can't hear you. Were you saying something, sir?
No, you can continue.
Or is it my connection?
Your connection.
Oh, okay. So I think in terms of making it available to people, the platform that I'm creating is meant specifically to make it available to anybody and everybody. But of course, the underlying products that we list, that would be subject to regulation. So if it's going to be a certain product that is deemed too risky by the regulator, then I cannot offer it to retail investors. I can only offer it to accredited investors and so on. And so we will participate in all of that. But the interesting thing is we are working with some companies, for example, where they already are selling financial products to retail investors. And we're trying to see how we can make that process even more efficient, because most of the processes are just primary issuance. So after you issue to the retail investor, job done, they cannot sell, they can't do anything. They have to wait until maturity happens before anything else. And so with what we provide the entire matching engine, right? So it means they can then sell what they bought in the primary issuance in the secondary market without any fees, efficient price. And so by being able to do that, the people who buy in the primary issuance can then exit in a secondary market and get some liquidity. So that, until today, has been a very expensive proposition with a lot of the other exchanges, right? Because for us, using smart contracts is not just about getting the immutability aspect, it's also about making it cheap and cost efficient, rather than running very expensive backend systems. I hope I answered your question.
Just a question out of curiosity, one last question.
Of course.
Fintech is a revolution in a country like India. How we can make it?
Yes.
Your viewpoint, just I want to know about
it. So I think the technology aspect is what makes fintech. But unfortunately, the technology aspect these days has become a bit of a marketing spiel, right? So we need to really focus on solving the underlying problem. And so in the financial space, the underlying problem is still inclusion. It's still that a significant portion of the market is excluded from participating in buying shares, right? So we need to break down the shares such that even with an exchange, national exchange, you still need people to participate in the national exchange. And that participation hasn't happened, especially for the lower tier population, right? And we need to bring them to that level where they can participate in these national stock exchanges. I think then we will solve that problem. And then fintech is exciting. But until then, it's a challenge.
Professor Sharma, Manu, the time is up. Manu, the time is up, but still, I believe Mr. Patra had one question. If Mr.
Sure,
Patra,
sure.
and request you to be precise with your answer. Yeah, Mr. Patra.
Sure, thank you. So are you ready? Thanks. Good presentation. A lot of information we had to save through this moment.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, Mr. Patra, you're breaking up. Is it just for me?
Yeah, it's...
Yeah. Are you generating revenue at this moment?
No, we're not. We're not yet. So we are maybe in like the final part of a sales cycle with several exchanges where we're talking to provide our solution into. But as of this now, we have no signed contracts yet. So we're still pre-revenue.
And just a quick one.
Sure.
Is there a potential for you to replicate this and deploy into another market, another domain?
Absolutely. So we are market agnostic. Yes, we are market agnostic. The only part of our platform is the company smart contract that has to closely mirror the corporate law of the jurisdiction that we operate in. So luckily, India and Singapore, we're all common law jurisdiction based. So a lot of the corporate actions we've implemented will be very similar to what India has. But when we go to the US, it might be a bit of a different market, at least for that specific product. But for the exchange product, it's all the same.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Manu. Thank you for
Mr.
your time. Wish you the best with your work.
Thank you, Gavin.
And look forward.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Good day.
Jurors would request you to please evaluate presentation on the portal. We have the next presenter ready. In the meantime, I'll get the next presenter set ready. Would request you to please evaluate the session. We have next presentations from Aggregator's business solution. Would request the team, if you could share your screen now. We'll get the set ready.
Share the screen. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Fine.
Yes, Prathamesh, we are able to see the screen. Allow me a minute. Yes, you can start with the presentation.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Prathamesh Kant, co-founder and CEO of Aggregator. So we are into agriculture finance, okay? And the innovation is about MSP receivable financing. MSP stands for minimum support price. So Government of India has MSP for multiple commodities, which guarantees a minimum price for a farmer post-harvest. And we will talk about it. It's quite a bit of a challenge for a farmer to actually opt for MSP and increase their income, right? So getting into the presentation, right? So it all started from field visits. So the entire concept has been created by going into villages, speaking to farmers, right? So we met 300 plus farmers, right? So the key districts, Kalburgi, North Karnataka, Banaskantha, North Gujarat, Nasik, Maharashtra, North Maharashtra, right? We met PACs. So these are one unconventional channel partners whom we have worked with extensively, stands for Primary Agriculture Credit Societies, and then APMC and FPOs, right? So the common theme, right? All farmers want to increase their income. So what keeps income low? So first reason number one, and the major reason, they take money from local money lenders who often happen to be none other than APMC commission agents. And while that money is still at 24 to 36%, that's not the real cost. The real cost is the obligation for them to sell their produce via APMC post-harvest, right? And APMC channel is the default channel. It has the value of that channel is produce is guaranteed to be sold and farmer will get cash instant, okay? Minimal delays. But it is one of the least income paying channel for a farmer, right? So that's a major cost. And even if a farmer has not taken a money from local money lender and they don't have that obligation, still to opt for a channel like MSP, which pays higher, patience is required. Some holding capacity is required because payments are not instant. Okay, but farmers post-harvest are so in dire need of cash that they just can't opt for that particular channel, right? And they are forced to sell at APMC for instant cash, right? So that's the problem statement, right? So that's the dilemma for a farmer. Quick money or more money? There is an or, okay? So we ask that question, how can we replace that or with an and, right? So that's how this product came up with, and we have piloted, okay? So this is essentially doing a bill discounting of or a receivable financing of minimum support price, right? So once a farmer produce is procured via government MSP channel, then against these, we essentially give money into farmer's account. And once payment, they receive payment anywhere between 1 and 3 months, then we do automated Nash-based recoveries. So that's the basic concept, right? So it's a process innovation. So we are tied up, we are not NBFC, we are Fintech. So at one end, we tie up with NBFC, that's the supply of money, and demand of money is essentially money is getting deployed at farmer's end, right? Idea is to do upfront underwriting, okay? So do not take application from farmer and reject the loan. We don't want to get into all of that, right? And right, so it's the entire field operations is automated, okay? The idea, so it is not 100% digital, it is a phygital approach, but to the extent possible we use technology to ease out things, and the design has to be extra simple, which a farmer can adapt, right? So there is some reason I'm not able to see the presentation. Just pardon me.
Sure. We'll stop the timer at 5:25, please.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Don't need to stop the timer. But...
No, we'll stop it because I believe you should be prepared when it comes to your presentation. Allow me a minute. Are you able to fetch the presentation now?
So you need to move the screen. Okay, fine. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So what we essentially did is partner with PACs, Primary Agriculture Credit Societies, right? And the very reason how we went to PACs was how the MSP is practically implemented. Okay, so PACs and the context was tour procurement in Karnataka. Okay, and PACs were the channel partners, essentially the ground level institutions who do actual procurement. So they have the mandate, which essentially flows from NAFED to MARCFED to PACs. So that's the hierarchy. So we have actually understood the entire workflow and even the reasons for the delay. Okay, so and this is what we came to. Okay, and that's the product workflow and customer journey, right? So we get farmer data from PACs. Okay, we do penny drops. Okay, this is Aadhaar based payment. We put 1 rupee into farmers account linked to Aadhaar. The very reason MSP payment is done via Aadhaar, ABPS, Aadhaar based payment system. Okay, and even the failure cases, right, are very useful because we did some 10,000 penny drops, and we exactly identified failure cases, right? And we told all those PAC secretaries and farmers about these cases. It is, for example, like Aadhaar is not linked to a bank account is blocked or frozen, or Aadhaar is inactive, right? So this is exact call to action from a farmer perspective, how to resolve these issues. Otherwise, there is no way they are going to get payment into their account, MSP. It would be further delayed. Okay, but nevertheless, those farmers, we can't go ahead with this product, right? So success cases identified. Then additionally, we take PAC secretary recommendation about a farmer. Eventual idea is to do a data-driven underwriting, but to start with, PAC secretary recommendation is fine. And that is how we come up with a list of pre-approved farmers. Then we approach those farmers for next steps. Then these are some 8 documents needs to be uploaded. Primarily, it is about bank account details, which is required as a KYC for NBFC, and then NASH, NASH form. So the NASH is like an check, okay, electronic check, and we have mandate to pull money out of farmer's account, right? And MSP receipt finally. Then disbursal happens from NBFC into farmer for the cases where NASH has been approved. And repayment is once we know that farmer has received MSP payment into their account, okay, through the agencies with whom we have a tie-up. Then it is simply about exercising NASH and getting the repayment done. Okay, so uniqueness, right? So it is all about formalizing informal finance. So compared with lower local money lenders, lowered interest rate, professional and transparent, right? And compared to other agri fintech startups, it is about financing farmers directly, and it's a semi-collateralized financing and unconventional channel partnerships like PACs. So market potential, essentially, the key message is 1 lakh packs in India. All 13 crore farmers are serviceable through 1 lakh packs in India. Okay. And we are now a subsidiary of AgriBid. AgriBid has is a service provider to NCCF. NCCF has agenda like NAFED to do procurement. So we do have tie-up with packs. Social impact, of course, for farmer, it is about increasing the income. Nevertheless, for channel partners, it is about working capital infusion. Okay, so so that's the team, and later on we extended. So what Agois is about? It is about financing across all crop stages. Okay, so starting with receivable finance, we added more products like storage finance. It is about farmers selling their produce off season to increase their income, and eventually cultivation phase, which is input on financing product, so that farmers do not have to take money from local money lenders. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Prathamesh. Let's start with the Q&A. We'll start with Mr. Patra first. Allow me a minute. Mr. Patra, would you like to go for the first question?
Yes, sure. Thank you, Gavin. So what are the places? Who are your customers currently? Are you working with some of your customers?
Okay, so just to give a quick context, so we had run these operations mostly in 2019, 2020, 21 time, pre-COVID, and then post-COVID, we had to halt our operations. We are looking to restart this product after AgriBid takeover. So AgriBid has acquired majority of stakes in Agois. Okay, so we are looking to restart. And coming to customer, okay, so eventually the idea is to finance farmers directly, okay, and give money to them in a way that money is can get successfully recovered. Okay, so so it is strictly lending against cash flows, future cash flows, which we can envision and on which we can have some kind of hold. Okay, like for example via NASH mandates. So farmers are our eventual customers, and the intermediate channel partners in this scenario is institution like PACs, primary agriculture credit societies. So even they get some revenue. They can get some revenue out of it. And other end is NBFC, which is essentially putting money. So eventually interest rate spread is being generated, and a part of interest rate comes to us, which is our revenue model in this.
So, of course, you have to assess the credit worthiness, right?
Yes.
Credit history. They may not have any credit history.
Correct.
How do you ensure? Is it done by the NBFC or you? How does it work?
Yeah.
I'm saying so because if you have read the news, I think a couple of days ago, I think RBI has asked the banks and NBFCs to rely on a different credit rating system. I think we have been, as a country, we have been heavily dependent on CIBIL, right? So I think RBI has mandated that time has come that we sort of move to a different platform or rating system, which will be more inclusive, including the farmers and small business owners, right? So from that
Yes.
light, I'm just asking that.
Yeah, so that's an excellent news and very good for the business, and especially in agriculture domain, right? Farmers typically do not have PAN. So traditional PAN-based civil will not work. And even in our approach, we have not worked with any CIBIL. Idea is to start creating some digital footprints which can support underwriting in future and hence bring farmers under the financial inclusion umbrella. So that's the idea. And to start with all lending, so this particular process workflow does not have to rely on any CIBIL, right? All we are saying is farmer is guaranteed. So government has procured the produce, okay? And government will pay money 100%. Government can't default, okay? The only question is payment delay, which we are covering for. So farmers will receive money into their account. On the same account, we have mandate, NASH approvals, and we can pull money. We know when that payment is going to come to farmer's account. Then we exercise NASH, we pull money. So it's relying more on the process rather than having to do with the actual underwriting. So that's the starting point. And of course, in this process, digital footprints of farmers will be formed and they would come under the financial inclusion umbrella. And any flow of financial inclusion starts with credit. Then the next thing logically is insurance. And finally, it's savings, right? So that's the logical workflow. So that's the journey, right? So that's the answer. Yeah, I hope
Thank
I
you.
answered your
Thank
question.
Thank you. Prathamesh would excellent answers, but would request you to please keep it precise because you have a few more questions from the jeweler.
Sure.
We'll go with Professor Sharma. Sir, your question.
Mish, this is a very, very traditional process of bill discounting because we have been seeing this bill discounting facility normally provided by the banks to the industry for providing the working capital against the raw material or maybe the credit sales or anything which they have with them. So it's there. Same is the thing you are applying now in the agriculture sector that against the MSP, the payment which is secured from the government side, you want to supplement it till the time they receive the payment from the government, so you want to provide the finance. I'm not able to understand where is Fintech in this. How you are using the technology, where is the Fintech involved in it? Because bill discounting facility in any other sector or maybe agriculture today you are providing, it's very old and it's very traditional. So what is the innovative part and where is the Fintech in it?
Okay. So from farmer's perspective, the entire application, uploading all the documents is all done through mobile app. Okay. And it all comes to our system. Then it is sent to NBFC. Then there is dispersal. So this entire workflow is being, so technology is being used to automate this entire workflow. Okay. Per se, I will not use any word AI in it, correct? So no modern technology. It is about using technology to solve problem in rural India. Okay. And to essentially increase income for people. Okay. So of course, we do want to use technology to the extent possible and leverage modern technology, for example, like blockchain, right? But eventually we have to keep in sync with the problem in ground and what we are trying to solve. Solving problem is more important, right? So so it is about automation. It is about process innovation. Okay. So this particular process is being brought here. No bank would cover this segment today. Okay. Even if we talk about
okay, I got it.
Yeah.
But say for example, when you talk about the agriculture system in the country like India, most of the people, most of the farmers are maybe not literate to that extent. So again, they will have to take the help of somebody to upload the documents on the mobile phone and all that. So maybe one way or the other way, the middleman is involved. So how
that's
they
why
will be uploading the documents. Even our farmers don't know even up to that. Are you educating the farmers on that part also?
So we do have some intervention or the PACs. We train PACs people. So PACs, we are leveraging them, and so farmers who can do it on their own do it. Otherwise, for any hand holding, our channel partners help them complete that particular process. And hence I use the word phygital. It is not 100% digital. It is phygital approach. So that is what we are taking. And of course, we believe with time, things will move more towards digital. even that journey we have to create, right, for farmer and make their life easy.
Okay, that's all. Thank
Thank you. Mr. Kamlesh, sir, your question.
Yeah, hi. In your background note, Mr. Kant, you have said that you have lended approximately 5.7 crores with zero NPA.
Zero NPA, correct.
Right. So whose books of account is used in this process?
NBFC.
Fine.
So we have
rather than fintech, no, first listen. Rather than fintech, you may be called as a tech fin because you are providing only technological support to the BFSI segments, right? So it's a tech fin, it's a tech fin company rather than the fintech because you are not what it called providing any financial aid, okay, any financial assistance. You are providing a technological support.
Okay. So even this particular
If
segment,
your books of account has been used or not, whose books of account has been used? You had provided only a technological support from one end to another end. Am I right? Fine. The second one, you said that what it called, you wanted to do some sort of a invoicing discounting.
Correct.
Right. What is the methodology? It's an informal, what it call a segment. Total informal. Farmers.
Yes.
Who even don't even a PAN number, as you rightly said. So how and what the basis, what the methodology, on the basis of that, you will do the MSP invoicing discounting.
Okay, so entire customer base we are creating. We own the entire customer base. It's not NBFC.
That is absolutely all right. I'm telling you for the methodology. Like
Methodology, okay.
X plus Y is equal to Z. Okay, some sort of a methodology must be there.
Okay, I might not be super accurate in using compliance terminology. Okay, the only idea is to give instant money as early as possible to farmer against a valid MSP procurement, so that they can use that money for they're meeting their deferred expenses as well as cultivation for next season, right? And PACs were our logical channel partners, and we did whatever it took us in order to get this up and running so that farmers can actually use it. We have had some success. Phygital was the approach that has actually worked.
That is absolutely all right. Physical is fine. Now we will take one hypothetical question. In the 5.7 crore of the lending, you are having 2 crores of the NPA.
Okay.
What is the chance of a recoverability? What steps you will take for the recoverability, or you will take, or NBFC will take? What will be your role?
Okay. So even the recovery till now, right? We have taken responsibility.
Till now it's fine. Till now it's a zero NPA.
Tomorrow,
I am telling you one hypothetical question. Out of 6 crore, there is a 2 crores of the NPA. Who will take the responsibility of that? You will take the responsibility, or NBFC will take the responsibility?
Okay. The practical answer is FLDG, first loss default guarantee, some 10% FLDG with NBFC. So that kind of agreement for co-lending. That will.
What is your role in that?
Our role is to enhance. Enhancing recoverability is definitely our responsibility.
How?
Okay, so NASH mandates, first line. Okay, exercise NASH, money gets pulled, automated recovery. We have done that in COVID time without movement. All recovery is done. Okay, if that fails, then of course we will. We have not seen failure, but if it fails, then we need to go by the other means, traditional methods, right? Talking, convincing through PAC secretary. Okay, and we have not worked with farmer directly. It is B2B2C. It is not pure B2C, right? PAC secretaries are involved. PACs people are involved in the process. Okay, and tomorrow we also want to automate this process through portals like NCCF, who are the eventual service providers and from where eventual payment goes. So if that gets super automated, then the moment payment goes, we can exercise and complete recovery. Okay, so first thing is relying on the process. Second is relying on the relationship with our channel partners, right? And of course, 100% NPA free can't be guaranteed. So for that, the line of defense with NBFC is co-lending model with FLDG. So that's the practical answer.
Fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Gandhi, your time is up. I'll just check if Dr. Sudarshan has his question. The time is up. You have to be very precise with the answer if he has a question.
Sure.
Dr. Sudarshan, do you have any questions, sir?
Yes, I have a few questions, but I'll be very brief. First is that what is the usual delay between the day they get a post harvest and they get the money from the APMC? What is the usual delay? And
APMC is like 1 to few days.
few days. So you are giving
2-3 days.
capital for only few days, right?
No, no. Okay, MSP payment is 1 to 3 months. MSP payment.
1 to 3
APMC
months.
is almost instant.
Okay. 1 to 3 months. What is the interest rate that finally get charged from the farmers? Annualized interest rates?
So annualized, we have done at about 19.67%, which is too high. And of course, it has to be brought down. Okay. And
that is exactly my problem, that you are saying that you are making an kind of financial inclusion, but at the same point of time, it's a to some extent, you are again, you have to work on the legality, that how you are making sure that this invoice is yours. There is no legal sanctity of whatever you are doing. You are NACH mandate and everything is fine, but there is no legal sanctity. Are you signing any contract with the farmer that whatever invoice proceeds that will be delivered to him, that should be transferred to you? Is it legally kind of compliant, or you are doing that through just a NAS mandate? That is what we have to deal
NAS
with.
mandate and loan application has mentioned, has these terms and conditions that first right of claim is ours.
Of the MSP.
Yes, correct. Correct. Correct.
Then your interest rate should be slightly lower, don't you think so? You don't have a lot of credit risk.
Yes, it should be practically.
Okay. That's it from my side. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have played fintech from end of farmers. Okay, not from the end of NBFC. If we worked as an extended arm of NBFC, it was very easy to play the fintech game. We choose the difficult life and other way around. So we had to onboard NBFC. So of course, starting, there are trust issues. We had worked with 100% FLDG to start with. From that, we came to 30% FLDG. So interest rate down. So that's also a journey. But now we are much better position.
Again, I just want to add that as a fintech, you are not supposed to have FLDG more than 5% as per regulation.
Correct. So
why are you talking about 30%, 40%? So don't talk something that is wrong. Okay, so right now the cap is on 5%. Anyways, all the best.
That was before RBI regulation kicked in, right? And now we are much better.
Prathamesh, the time is up.
With Aggregator takeover. Yeah.
Prathamesh, the time is up. You have to respect the decorum of the.
Yes, sure.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Prathamesh. Wish you the best with your work. Thank you.
Thank you. Shall I drop?
Yes, you can. Jurors, as you enter the scores for Prathamesh Innovations, would request please hold. We'll just get the next set ready. Next presentation is GoldPay. You would see on your sheet it's mentioned as Share Software, the name of the company. Mr. Vijay will be presenting the innovation. Hi, good morning, Mr. Vijay.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Doing good.
Good morning, jurors. Can I start?
Yeah, would request you to please share your screen first. We'll start from there. Jurors, share software for you. The innovation is GoldPay.
Can you able to see the screens?
Yes, we are able to. I guess there's a video before.
That's okay.
Can you play the video? I believe it's a little of a stretch in terms of the screen.
1 minute.
Yeah, I guess I was able to see now. Sorry, I guess it's an error from my end. Can you please reshare it?
That's okay.
It's loading. Okay, okay, let's start. Let's see how it goes, because I'm still seeing the half screen of it. But I believe for the jurors, I believe it's the same.
For me, I can see the full screen.
Okay, so yeah, sorry, that could be my error. Vijay, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, juries. And this is a nice morning, and I can see you all holding with multiple startups, and you have been discussing for too long time. But I don't want to take much of a time. I can just cut short with a small set of presentation about the product. And myself, Vijay Rajagopalan, I am the founder and the CEO of Shreya Software Solutions. I'm the first inventor and patent holder of this GoldPay APM, automated permissions. It's a AA-based gold analysis and loan dispensing ATM machine. And we are already incubated and funded by STPA and SSNI firm. And the basic problem or the problem statement is going to be the gold loan scams, which is actually really big in this Indian market, or rather than you can call it as a global market. As per KPMG report, Indian market has been valued at $124.45 billion. Such a big market has biggest problem of this gold loan scams. As per RBI, and I just collected this report from RTI, total 491 crores, 3,566 scams with the counting of 21 bags has been reported through RTI. And apart from the regular PSUs and private banks, private palm brokers and NBFCs also faced a huge loss on this gold loan scams, which in turn, totally it is accounting around 1,200 plus crores in 5 years of time. That starts from 2019 October to till date. This report has been generated. While we are addressing this problem statement, we can through GoldPay we can actually able to increase the revenue by 5x to the gold loan companies. And also we can eradicate the fictitious gold appraisal technique. See, first and foremost, we just found that there is a huge gap which has to be addressed. That is going to be the bankers and customers trust and manual testing of the gold, which is like a destructive method of testing where where the public is losing a quite good number of gold on each and every loan tenure, and also the tamper-proof printing and packaging, where is going to be the core place where gold is being interchanged and scams are getting happened. When this problem is solved and when gold loan can be addressed or given within 5 to 8 minutes of time, which can able to give 24/7, 365 days, 5x of revenue achieving is quite easily possible. And our goals and objectives is going to be the enhancing the customer expectation, ensure of around the clock accessibility for their monetization of gold money, and also reducing 90% of the human dependency on the machine availability, building trust to the customers, promote transparency. When it comes of transparency, we want to declare to the customers what is going to be the exact weight on the gold or carat rating, and also gold weight separately, stone weight separately. All these things we want to promote it transparency. And this is the process what we are right now we are working to it. And first is going to be the welcoming screen. Next is going to be the KYC verification, where people does with the Aadhaar verification through live video KYC check and also Aadhaar OTP. Next, we are doing the civil and crime check. We have integrated our system with the Crime Record Bureau, that's called as e-codes, and also the civil check, TransUnion civil check, we are doing it. Then the customer, after verifying the KYC and civil and crime check, the customer is allowed to place the gold inside the machine, where the AA-based analysis of gold, silver, and platinum will happen. Next, gold and other metals reports analysis will be taken into place. After getting approval from the customer, tamper-proof printing and packaging will be happening. Finally, it goes to the safe locker, which is kept inside the machine, and also the money will be transferred to the customer immediately. This entire journey will take like a maximum of 8 to 10 minutes of time. And this is the basic screens what you are right now you are saying. First screen is going to be the customer will be entering their mobile number, and they will be receiving an OTP. And this is where the gold will be kept inside the machine and the process analysis will happen. These are the multiple stages where people can able to see the processes. First is going to be the first screen is going to be the civil and crime check. Second is going to be the gold classification, whether it is a stone, whether it's a ring, chain, or a bangle, or all these classifications can be done. And third is going to be the gold to be placed inside the machine. And fifth is going to be the gold weight and stone weight separation through artificial intelligence and machine learning technique. We have already embedded within the system itself, not in the software. From inside the embedded chip itself, we have done it. And here gold analysis will be happen in 5 different points. And finally, the gold report, you can able to see there are white columns you can able to see in the screen. Like this 5 different points, gold purity evaluation will be shown to the customer in a transparent way. And this is a live YouTube link. When you juries have a free time, probably you can just able to click on this demo link and you can able to view it. This is going to be like a 12-minute demonstration video. Just go through it. And finally, the gold will be packed inside the machine itself in a transparent cover like this. And YouTube link is already given in this PPT. And this is going to be, as I said, this is going to be the one-time ATM for all the purpose, where it can do the cash dispensing, cash acceptance, gold analysis, gold loan process. All these things will happen within 5 to 8 minutes of time, 24/7, 365 days. And we have a very clear competitive advantage of holding early mover advantage and first in the gold loan market across the globe. We have received a patent grant for 20 years and WIPO PCT for 3 years. We are the first company to do the gold loan process digital in a single document. We are typically or technically we are a TechFin company, and we have our artificial intelligence where the gold weight and stone weight separation can be given with a 90% of accuracy, but the gold purity will be 99.9% accuracy. We are having a spectrometer which can able to do 50 microns detection it can able to do, and we have an advanced thermal imaging systems also. I'll just explain you in brief during our Q&A. And our unique 5-point verification will able to analyze gold jewels in multiple parameters. And this is our market potential and scalability. We right now we are getting to very good inquiries across India, Southeast Asia, like Malaysia from Bank Rahat, and also Saudi Arabia, Azerbaijan, and also from Indonesia. Our business models are very clear from capex and opex models. In capex, we have pricing starts from 14 lakhs to 26 lakhs. We have 4 models of mission, and opex model, the mission rental cost starts from 70,000 onwards. Right now we have last 10 days before we have started our own factory. It's a rented place where we have plans to manufacture 200 missions per year, at least to touch around 150 units per year. We are actually planning to do it. Our strong interest is like we have already installed 2 Gold Pay in Central Bank of India. One is in Warangal, Telangana state, and also in Paramukudi, which is Tamil Nadu, my state. And we are actually scaling up across all the geographics where the adaptability of precious metals like the silver and platinum is available. And social impact and sustainability is going to be the core one, where the current gold loan market is around 7 lakh crore, where conventional process of gold loan is typically like a destructive method. If 7 lakh crore of gold loans has been dispensed, just imagine how much destructive metals has been rubbed and it has been dipped into the acid for testing of the gold purity. That has to be it has to be eradicated out of the market. And our process is a non-destructive method which will create a very good social impact and sustainability of saving public precious jewels. And these are our prospective leads. First is going to be like City Union Bank, Manappuram, IIFL, Indal Money, Muthoot, Central Bank, and Augmont. Right now we have received a PO from Central Bank of India, Muthoot Finance, Augmont, and also Unimoney. Unimoney logo we have not put it in because right now, like 1 week before only, we received the PO from the customer. And the current traction, we have already installed, as I said, we have already installed 2 missions in Central Bank of India, and we have already finalized a collaboration agreement with the Pegadian groups from Indonesian market. And these are our recent launch photos. Probably the news cutout is in Tamil. I'm very sorry for it. I couldn't able to find it in English. And the person who is standing is Mr. M.V. Rao. He is a very well-known person in Indian Bank Association, as he is ex-chairman of Indian Bank Association. This is the version 1 model which we have put it in Warangal. This has happened in March 7th, 2025. And this is the second model mission which we have done it for Central Bank, especially for Paramukudi. And this launch happened in 1st of this month. We did it. And these are the recent awards and nominations we just got it. One is going to be the Entrepreneur Award. We have been nominated in 2024. And one of my prestigious award is from Indian Economic Development Resource Association, where I just got the award for Atmanirbhar Bharat from Minister Tyagi, ex-Minister Tyagi. And another forum is called, a private forum called Indian Achievers Award, where for the outstanding professional achievement on the national building, this award has been given. And this is my core leadership team, myself Vijay Rajagopalan, my wife Rajalakshmi Subramanian, and my CTO Dr. Hemavati, who has done her PhD in physical hardware security. Mr. Jayaprakash, a retired AGM from Canara Bank, is my advisor, and Mr. Swaminathan is a retired Vice President and Business Head for Vortex ATMs. And the final conclusion is going to be the Gold Pay is going to be the first and foremost product which is completely AI-driven automation systems. Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Vijay.
Thank
the
you.
time is up for the presentation. We'll start with the Q&A. We'll
Please.
start with the first question from Professor Sharma. Sir, your question first.
So Vijay, it's a nice intervention, maybe an intervention that you have developed a very good machine, which in a country like India, because you yourself shown the volume of the gold loan is very high. So what first I would like to know, how did you got that? You developed this machine? Is your company?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is my core idea. I had a very bitter experience in 2006. Once my gold was interchanged by the appraiser, finally it got found and he has been punished. But finally, I couldn't able to get my gold back. And that fire made me to do something innovative on that front. And in 2011, I started once, and I need to say this: I failed once, but that failure gave me a very good lesson how to do it, how to revamp it, how to come back in wide phase. In 2022 July month we started it, and 2023 we completed it. George Muthoot and Bijumon was the first customer who came and who visited this mission.
So where you got this idea from for developing the machine? Any
Sir,
global technologies or any other companies who have developed this technology?
No, sir. I'm the first person in this globe to develop this
you
machine.
can claim that you are the pioneer. You can claim that you are the pioneer in this technology or in this process.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm the pioneer one. Correct. You are absolutely right. Nobody has thought about this process. Everybody were into the conventional way of gold testing, but I have incorporated almost all the technologies, whatever is available in the market, like a thermal imaging system where the depth thermal imaging, like consider this is a CADA. Okay. In this CADA, it has a different emissivity value, and with the thermal imaging, we can able to identify what is inside this component. Just to prove this theory, we have kept this spectrometer also, which is actually widely accepted in the market. With the 50 microns deductions, we test like 5 different points automatically on its own.
What is the cost of this machine?
Sir, for the customer, we have a starting price starting from 14 lakhs to 26 lakhs with the different versions we have it. Sir.
And only institutional customers. Naturally, you have the institutional customers.
Yeah, but a small time pawnbrokers also, they are approaching us in terms of DSA. They are approaching us. We are still in discussion, sir. Like cooperative banks, benefit funds, and RRB, government regulated banks, like 4 branches, 5 branches, gold loan companies also. They are actually approaching us. We are actually trying to collaborate with some investor companies so that this can be done in a DSA pattern.
How many machines you can manufacture in a year?
Sir, right now we have plans around 100 to 150 missions we are planning, sir. But we have a capacity of building 200 missions per year, sir.
And what is the demand, market demand?
Sir, market demand is quite receptive actually. After we did this March launch, right now we have received like 5 missions orders. 2 missions from Unimoney and 1 mission from IAFL and Muthoot mission confirmation we got it, and Augmont confirmation also we got it. All the proposals, agreements, everything is completed. Right now we are yet to receive the purchase order and payment from the customers.
Very good, very good. Nice innovation and very good idea.
Thank you, sir.
Maybe remove the human element completely and going to make it as AI based or the technology based evaluation of the gold. So
correct,
transparency, time, speed, dispersal
yes, sir.
of the loan and everything is going to increase.
So the basic thing is that the time is going to be the biggest challenge for the customers, sir. They are coming on an emergency thing. During the odd hours, consider the global eclipse like this COVID or something, but they couldn't able to do anything. If this mission has something there, they can able to do it 24/7, anytime they can able to do it. And in the banks, in the Paramakri branch, it's a practical one. There is around 20 customers per day they are serving it. They have 3 appraisers in place. Right now, when this mission is already in place, they can able to at least shift at least 5-6 customers into the mission pattern, sir.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Vijay, you have 3 more questions from the jurors. So yeah, Dr. Sudarshan, your question, sir.
Hi. Again, very good, interesting innovation. I'm very impressed with your product. But again, my question is that how do you safeguard? Because you said that it came from the experience that somebody has defrauded in your gold loan journey, right?
Yep.
So my question is that yes, at the front end, you are kind of making sure through the machines that gold is authenticated. But how do you make sure that fraud does not happen at the back end?
What kinds of frauds you are trying to say, sir? In terms of gold or in terms of KYC verification, or what kind of frauds?
The usual fraud happens that gold gets exchanged to something else, right? That is the usual fraud that happens, right?
Here it is impossible, sir. Why? Because the packaging happens within the machine and it is completely tamper-proof and it has been labeled automatically on its own.
So the temper, how do you, that's what I was, how do you make sure that it's temper-proof?
Because the machine, whatever we have kept it inside, it's like our masala packet packaging. When you just unwrap it, it's unwrapped, right? It is broken.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Kamlesh, your question, sir.
Mr. Vijay, Mahatma Gandhi said that India lives in a village where we are having very limited digital literacy. How we will enter with a kiosk-based financial service? That is one.
Okay.
Second, you said that you are having a production capacity of 200 years per unit per annum.
Okay.
What will be the operational challenges you are facing or you will face? Third, I can see that your company is a closely held company.
Yes.
Promoter seems to be husband, wife, and something like that. Okay. So, what will be the revenue model for that? How you will generate the revenue and how you will penetrate with the global market? And the fourth one, how much you are sure that what it called AI will not be hallucinated?
Okay, for this question, I will just come back from the reverse so that it is very easy for you to address. When you just asked about the assurance, we have already given it to Central Bank of India, where the VAPT, I mean, from the compliance side, I'm trying to say, we have done our VAPT testing from STPA and the mission quality check from STQC, NABL, NTL, all these compliances we have completed. Point number one. Point number two is going to be the quality check. In the quality check, we have already proven like more than 6.35 crores we have already dispensed from the mission. Once the gold purity has been checked, the packet has been handed over to the branch manager, and the branch manager is actually typically he unwraps it, he tests it along with the appraiser, current appraiser, and he is also evaluating on the second phase, just to make sure the mission doesn't give you any a wrong report or something. So that right now it is like 4 months it has been completed. We are getting a very, very positive feedback. Of course, there are few lags we are facing it, like when there is a joint account folder, mission can't able to identify, and when there is a black beads, mission can't able to identify, and when there is pearls or any other foreign material like rope or something, the mission can't able to identify. Those machine learning techniques we are still improvising in our mission, and those improvisation we have already implemented in our Paramakudi mission. As you see in our PPT, the first mission and second mission drastically it has given a very big change. That was the improvisation we have made it. And the other question, what you have asked about the closed-held system, that you are absolutely right. Right now, Kumar Vembu, that's Sridhar Vembu's brother, is actually onboarding as our investor committee member. And so that right now, the diversification of the directorship is automatically it's going to be changed. And STP is already onboarded as a 1% shareholder in our company, sir.
So see, India is having a traditional gold makers,
Yes,
right? Family
yes.
maker. आपका परिवार कहीं से बना रहा है, वहाँ से आप बनवाएंगे, ठीक है? So how you will see the traditional shift from your the traditional pattern to your AI based or machines. The kiosk based, I'm not looking, because I'm not still clear that you will go with the kiosk based or not, because you rightly said that you will be associated with the banks only. Bank manager will check, bank manager will take your asset, he will analyze and he will give you the report. So kiosk based, I'm thinking that you are not looking after that anywhere you are going for a kiosk based operations where anybody can directly go and they can check your reports. Am I right?
Sir, currently it is like that a bank wants to cross-verify whether the authentication has been happening properly or not. That's why the conventional method and mission-based analysis both are happening simultaneously. But as you said, conventional method of testing the process and all, it is always will be there. Just consider before 2018, people are still, they were using only the money, physical cash. But right now there was a huge drastic change after this demonetization. Google Pay, Phone Pay. I have not, in this 2.5 years, I have not kept any single penny or 10 rupees in my wallet. Actually, everything has become digital. This transition in this gold loan will happen drastically. Probably in couple of years, it will happen, sir. That is for sure. Because the receptive measures, whatever I'm just getting from the public, I can able to see it is on the higher side.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Mr. Patra, sir, your question. So your video is frozen. Are you asking a question?
Yeah.
Let me stop the video, sir, for better bandwidth for yours. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Rajagopal, Mr. Vijay.
Yes,
So
sir.
good job done there.
Thank you, sir.
I'm just thinking from it's a
Sir,
good presentation. It's a novel implementation and innovation.
Sir, I can't hear you, sir. Sorry.
Can't hear you. Can't hear me.
Now it's okay, sir. Audible.
It's okay. So congratulations in a good presentation and novel innovation and
Thank you, sir.
implementation. So my question is actually from the business scalability point of view, right? I mean, of course, you can have a very good business. You are the only one in the market right now, and you're obviously improving. You have identified your areas that your machine is not capable of. So all those are very good things, right? But I'm just thinking from business scalability point of view. Have you identified the markets? Of course, it could be beyond India, right? But within India, how are you going to scale up your business?
Okay, that's a nice question, sir. That's a nice question. Can I answer this and I will just go for the second one, or else I will miss it out.
Yes.
Okay. See, when you just compare the Indian market, we are already having like 1,83,000 banks and private banks and government RBI regulated cooperative funds are available, sir. I'm just considering just only 2% of market share for the next 3 to 5 years, which is going to be a very big number. When this, and again, when this mission is considered as going to be like a one-time purpose of an ATM, which can do the money recycling, cash deposit, and also gold loan, if that market is going to be hit enough, almost like 3,85,000 ATMs are available in the market, sir. In that perspective, also, if I have a conversion rate of just only 1%, that is more than sufficient, because you know very well, RBI has given a regulation that every 5 years once the ATMs has to be replaced with the new technology and new compliance stuff. That market is more than sufficient for me, sir. So that the scalability within India is really big, actually.
So what's your revenue projection, let's say 1 year from now, 3 years from now, and 5 years from now?
Sir, 5 years from now, we are actually planning around 850 to 1,000 missions we are actually planning. And we are already having a very good approaches. As I said, right now we have installed 2 missions from January to till date. And we already have an orders of 5 missions, which is combined together around 7 missions in the first half of the year. Oh,
so you said 850 machines in 5 years?
Yes, sir.
I think you got to be more ambitious, actually. That's a small number.
That's right, sir. But I'm just very downsizing my calculations, sir, actually.
Okay. Thank you.
Because I cannot able to project it high, and if something goes wrong, people should not come and ask me, right?
So have you raised any funds?
Right now, soft commitments we have already got, and we have got a commitment from Mr. Atul Sharma. Is a very big industrialist from Delhi, and he has a factory from Mumbai. And most important thing is going to be Kumar Vembu. He is going to backing us. Sridhar Vembu's brother, Kumar Vembu, actually launched the factory as well, and it is happening, sir, right?
How much you're looking for?
We are planning around $1 million actually for the first 2 years. We are planning to raise.
Okay, it's going to be equity round, right?
It's a equity, sir. CCPS.
Okay.
And the central bank is also actually planning to invest in our company, taking 9% of stakes. We are in serious discussion with them, sir.
How much they are investing in?
Almost like 2 to 2.8 crores they are actually planning. We are negotiating on the equity part, sir.
So 2 to 2.8 crore for 9%?
No, that's what we are actually discussing on the equity terms, sir. Already the company has been valued by a proper valuation company called Vishwanathan Associates from Mumbai.
I'll be mindful about the time, actually. So thank you.
Yeah,
thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vijay. Thank you, jurors, for your questions. And Mr. Vijay, wish you the best with your work. Look forward for your innovation. Jurors, please note the name is Share Software on your portal. The innovation is gold plate. Thank you, Mr. Vijay.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good morning, Mr. Ritesh. We'll just quickly, as jurors are evaluating the previous session, we'll just request you to please share your screen.
I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it's visible. Would request for a full screen mode, please.
Yeah.
You can start.
So first of all, a very good morning to everyone, and thank you, Aegis, for giving us this opportunity to present our solution here. So Castler is trust as a service, and we are building India's largest infrastructure when it comes to anything around escrow banking, transaction banking, embedded payment products, and software escrow. So what we have done so far is we are transforming India's financial ecosystem with an infra-first platform enabling secure, compliant, and programmable money and cloud flows. We solve fragmented banking systems, regulatory risk, vendor lock-in for enterprises at scale. So how Castler was started is like back in 2020, we saw that when it comes to escrow account opening and operation, the entire operation across all the bigger banks in India, be it the MNC's bank, nationalized bank, or the small bank, the entire operation was in the brick and mortar fashion, and the liberty of internet banking was only limited to people into saving banks account or current bank account. When it comes to escrow banking, then you have to just call your relationship manager and ask for statement, or if you have to make any transactions or anything, then you have to send an email and send a board resolution. Right, so we saw that gap and thought that why not provide an internet banking facility to escrow banking customers as well. So that's how we evolved. We integrated with ICICI Bank in 2020, and right now we have got more than 12 plus banks, which includes SBI, Bank of Baroda, Standard Chartered, and then the list goes on, which all are banking with us when it comes to transaction banking and escrow banking. So, like I was telling, the problem statement was that we saw that enterprise struggle with secure money movement and tech reliance with standardized trust layer, right? And the manual workarounds around the fragment system increase operational, kind of work, and then there is involved regulatory risk as well. So what Castler has done, we have got embedded escrow flows, which are very much digital in nature, and with that we also cater all different payment products and different kind of workflows that you want to set up during your banking operation. Like if you want to have a maker checker on a account level, if you want to have a different rule set, like you want to retain 20% of the account balance that you have till 15th and then split into two borrowers, lenders, whatever you want to do with your workflows. So those workflows can be very easily configured on our systems. So as of now, we have got 600 plus enterprise customers, which primarily includes banks, NBFC, SaaS. Our GTV is around 15,000 crores. Last year, we got 22 million plus API calls. But right now, what we are seeing is every month we are getting 10 to 12 million API calls. We have seen from last year to right now 10x growth in transactions, 2.5x increase in subscription revenue coming from our clients, and 150% growth in ARPU as compared to last year. When we talk about market opportunities, so in the money escrow business alone, we see that escrow banking, transaction banking, and payment products combined, right? The industry is increasing at a rate of 20% CAGR. And we see that by 2030, it should reach around 16,979 crores. When it comes to software escrow, so as of 2024, we see the industry is at 2,700 crores, but it has the potential to grow by 8,000 crores, right, which is an increase of approximately 21% till 2030. So when it comes to product innovation, what we have done, Castler has launched India's first escrow API stack, because we all have heard about open banking, transaction banking APIs, but no one was giving escrow API stack. So we are the first one to launch escrow banking API stack. One single dashboard or one single API to manage 12 banks. Let's say if you are an enterprise, you have escrow accounts with 12 plus banks, or you have current account with 12 plus banks in India. So until now, you have to go to each and every bank and take their APIs and integrate. But now, because of Castler, you have to just integrate into one API, which is Castler, and all the 12 plus banks is managed through one API. We have inbuilt real-time transaction visibility and fraud early warning systems, which are in place to provide early warnings to our customers as well, which prevent them from any frauds. When it comes to software escrow system, then we have a multi-repo escrow for distributed architecture. Let's say you want to escrow a software which is running on three different which is provided by three different vendors, or it has got multiple repositories. So now, because of our unique escrow solution, our escrow can be directly integrated with your developer environment, and we can fetch the latest codes over there and keep it for BCP purpose. So when it comes to software escrow, then we are the IP first mover, because if you think about providing a cloud solution for doing a software escrow, then there are only two companies in the world. One is called NCC Group, which acquired Iron Mountain. They are based out of US. And the second company which does this, that you can do a software escrow on cloud, is Castler in India. So like I was discussing more about Castler code, so we have a clear-cut first mover advantage because we are the first enterprise-grade software escrow platform integrated with financial infrastructure, and we know exactly how we are selling it. We are ISO 2701 compliant, SOC 2 and PCI DSS level 1 as well. Almost all the government banks are our client when it comes to software escrow, and all the bigger NBFCs, they are keeping their critical software with us. We have come up with this division because we see that there is a similar, very seamless opportunity of doing cross-sell, because our same clients who are into the business of money escrow are also taking Castler code as a product. We see this as a blessing also from the regulators, because very recently, after RBI mandated software escrow in 2021, SEBI and IDA, they have also mandated that, yes, software escrow is a mandatory thing and it's a part of compliance when it comes to all the regulated entities in India. So part of demo, how we do is like merchant comes to our platform, we do a eKYC, MeitY. We do their bank account validation. After that, we do their entire banking account setup as agreed with the banking partner. The customer gets our platform, right? So now there is no net banking provided to the customer to manage their escrow accounts. The only portal through which they can manage is our portal. Our portal contains a dashboard where you can see all your different bank accounts tab-wise. You can fetch balances in real time. You can fetch statements in real time. And after that, you can create single and bulk transfers, or you can have different rules in place as per the agreements in place with the bank and with Castler. So our dashboard typically look like this. If you have multiple banks, so you can see multiple banks in the first tab, like we have RBL, Axis, plus if you have subscribed to 12+ Bank, it shows like this. You can seamlessly download a bank statement by clicking on any tab of a particular bank that you are subscribed to. When it comes to making payments, you can not just do NEFT, RTGS, but you can also initiate UPI payouts. You can even collect UPI payments through UPI QR as well on the escrow account. So this is the beauty of our dashboard that we are providing, because before Castler, what was happening, if you have bank account with 2 banks, then you have to go to internet banking of all those banks, and then you can only perform the operation. But now this is just one system and all your job is done for managing multiple banks. So you can say Castler is acting like a banking orchestrator here. So competitive advantage, when it comes to multi-bank features, so we are the only company offering 15+ banks on a single platform, where you can not only just view your balances and statement, but you can actually transact as well. You can create pays, you can delete pays, you can do full transaction banking on Castler. We have rule-based transaction controls. Let's say you want to have a control that no transaction is allowed between 1 a.m. in the night to 6 a.m. Or you want to say that the minimum value of transaction which my company makes is 5,000, so no one can make a transaction below that, or you can set a maximum limit also. So these things are not available even in the banking platform as well. When you compare to banks CMS portals, we have a unique thing called undo transaction API. So we see that a lot of people come to us that by mistake we have created a transaction. So can that transaction be reversed? Can you do that? So we have created a special feature which gives a customized window to our customers to set that whether they are creating IMPS, NFT, or RTGS transaction. This undo window can be configured that whenever your transaction is going through Castler, you have a 30 minutes or 45 minutes of time. In that window, you can reverse your transaction as well. Then comes to source account validation. We have a feature that, let's say you have an account and you say that I only want to receive money from Ram, and Ram is having an account in SBI and this is the account number. So if anyone else tries to send a money to that account, that money will not be accepted and will be refunded back. Only the money which is whitelisted will be accepted. Then advanced amount-based maker checker. This is again a feature where you can define a maker checker on different amounts, just like we see that this is a system in place within the CBS of a bank, where a branch manager or a senior manager has got different rights when it comes to authorization. So similarly, we have replicated that for enterprises as well.
Ritesh, we'll start with the Q&A now. The time is up for the presentation. We'll start with the Q&A.
Sure.
We'll start with Mr. Kamlesh. If you'd like to go first with your question. Just to check, yes.
Fine. How you are seeing your compliance management with RBI, SEBI, and other cross-border regulatory requirements?
So when it comes to compliance management, then we are acting as a TSP to our clients, right? So our relation is that we are technology service provider to enterprises, and all these APIs are being accessed and requested by the clients who are actually the account owners in the bank.
Right. Considering your 1,000 crore plus GTV and 6 lakh plus transaction, what is your mechanism for fraud prevention?
Sorry, sir?
Considering your monthly GTV 1,000 crore plus and your total transaction is 6 lakhs plus.
So sir, in terms of
what steps and what is the mechanism for your fraud prevention?
So in terms of fraud prevention, when it comes to platform and technology, then we are ISO 2701 certified and SOC 2 and PCI DSS level 1. So there are zero leakages, and we are also VAPT certified by certain auditors, right? After that, we are official TSP to 3 private banks in India. They are the largest bank in India. So their information security team also conducts our audit, and both physical and virtual, every 3 months. And after that, when it comes to operational, then the entire flow, we have multi-factor authentication and we have IP tracking, and also whomsoever is required to access the account, we make sure they are the only ones accessing it. So we are replicating whatever is being agreed by the trusteeship companies or by the banks.
Fine. What will be your revenue model?
So our revenue model is we charge one-time onboarding fee to our customer, and after that there is a monthly subscription fee that we charge to our customer.
And how you are seeing the way ahead?
So sir, so in 2023 we did a revenue of 4 crores. Last year we did a revenue of 16 crores. This year we are doing we are on a trajectory to do a revenue of 50 crores. Next year we'll be doing 100 crores.
Fine, thank
you. Ritesh, when Kessler was set up?
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, sir?
When Kessler was set up?
So, sir, Kessler was born during the COVID days back in 2020, June 2020.
Okay. And within about, say, 6-7 years of time, this much of the volume of the business.
Yes, sir.
So just 100 crores in a year or two.
Exactly. So, sir, if I have to tell you, there's a company called Pine Labs, and they run a largest loyalty program in India with gift cards and all, which are being used on Amazon and all. So they are one of the largest customers that we have. Plus, top 10 NBFCs in India, when they do co-lending business, they prefer us. Bombay Stock Exchange is our customer as well.
So it's a kind of a mix of services like PayPal or rating agencies or something like that.
So we are basically a pure platform. So I'll give you a very quick example of why Bombay Stock Exchange came to us. They have a problem that they are banking with 19 plus banks, and they have more than 200 accounts, right? And the only way to manage is to log in into each bank and do it. So they floated an RFP that they wanted one single system which can manage 20 plus bank accounts and different banks, right? So that was the pain area that we solved for them.
Good. Good idea. Thank you very much. Yes, very good. Interesting.
Thank you, sir. We'll go to the next question. Dr. Sudarshan, would you like to go for the question? Yeah.
First of all, very good presentation. Congratulations. Mike, I don't have any specific question as such. I just want to understand what is the software escrow model where you are saying that you are pioneer and you are the leader. Can you explain that business model to me a bit? Because I'm not aware of that business model.
So, sir, in 2021, RBI came with a regulation that all the regulated entities in India, if they are using any third-party software or application, and if that is critical to the business, then the source code of that needs to be escrowed with a third party, right? So earlier, how this was happening, that let's say there's a bank and they are using Finacle, right, by Infosys. So the entire thing will come into a hard disk and getting stored in a bank locker, right? So we thought, why not do it in a digital way to reduce the carbon footprint as well? So we have made a cloud native solution. So now, as soon as a developer or a partner is releasing a new code or a new software, it gets into a escrowed in real time, right? Plus, now you have an opportunity to verify real time that whether that system actually works or not, or someone has just given you a piece of junk, right, which you can't reproduce.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Dr. Sudarshan. Going to Sapatra.
Thank you. Ritesh, good presentation. I'm not switching on my video due to the bandwidth.
That's fine, sir.
Okay. So, how big is your team currently?
So, sir, we are 87 people. We are headquartered in New Delhi, Saket, a tech office in Noida, sales office in Gurgaon, and 2 more sales office in BKC, Mumbai, and in Bangalore. Last year, last year, we raised $7 million from InfoEdge, Flipkart, Zerodha, and IFL, right? That was our pre-seed A round, and that's it that we have done till now, and we are scaling it. Sorry, sir?
You're burning still or profitable?
Sir, to be honest, we raised $7 million 1.5 years back, and still all that money is in the bank only.
Oh, okay. So that means you are profitable, right?
Yeah, yeah. So we are raising a new round as well. So very, very, very soon that will happen.
And how hard it would be for a new market player to sort of, copy or do even better than what you have done and take away the party?
So it's quite difficult, right? Because when it comes to integrating with banks, so it could take you approximate, 5 to 6 months to integrate one single bank, right? That's why we have players like Amazon and all. And sometimes it is also, a question about core and non-core, right? Like we have a perfect example of Intel, right? Intel has got a lot of wealth and everything, but still they are empowering laptops. They never came into that we will also become a laptop brand, right? So we have players like Razorpay, Pine Labs and all. For them, this is a non-core and they focus on their payment aggregation business. So that's why we get a, kind of focus area that this is what we want to do and we are solving it. So if you talk about NBFCs and all, so their core area is to do lending, right? When it comes to payment distribution and collection and management, they love players like Castler, that there is someone who is 24/7 involved into this. So let them handle banking APIs and infrastructure.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any follow-up questions from the juror? Just to check, we have 2 minutes left. Just to check if there are follow-up questions from the juror. Ritesh, I don't see any follow-up questions from the juror. Thank you for your time. We wish you the best with your work. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Mr. Ajay? Yes, I would request you to please turn on your video now. Thank you. We'll get your set ready.
Sure.
Can you please share your screen? Be able to see the screen. Request for a full screen mode.
Perfect, guys. Can you see this?
Yes, yes. You can start.
Brilliant. To all the jurors, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to present this to you today. Good morning, and I'll walk you through the genesis of building Stockgrow, where we are right now and where we are going to be in probably next few years. But before that, let me quickly give you an introduction of where the business is right now and start with my own background. Stockgrow today is India's largest SEBI registered investment advisory platform. In just about 5.5 years of us starting the platform, we today have about 48 million plus registered users on the platform, 30 million plus monthly active, 18 million plus paying users, and they're exchanging more than 90 million messages in just about a month. Right? My background, I started as an entrepreneur right out of college, did that for about 8 years, manufacturing and tech industry. got a good exit, moved out of India, was in Europe for a short while, did some consulting work with Capgemini Consulting in UK. And that's when I realized how big tech industry can become. Wanted to come back and build something back in India. Took a break, went to ISB Indian School of Business, did my MBA from there. Post ISB, worked in ICICI Bank's investment banking team. And that's when I was very closely interacting with Temasek, the sovereign fund of Singapore government. They wanted to set up their VC arm in India called Vertex Venture. So moved on the other side of the table, started working with Vertex Venture. Did that for about 5.5, 6 years, and then became a little over ambitious. And I said, let me go and launch a fund by myself. So moved out, started speaking with a few LPs, came across a very large Chinese conglomerate called Fosun. And Fosun said, I'll give you all the money, but it has to be a captive fund. So me here in Bangalore and my partner in Delhi, we started Fosun RZ Capital. During my Fosun days, I was primarily focused on fintech sector, and I realized almost all the VCs, including myself, we were either looking at payments, Paytm, Razorpays of the world, or we were all looking at digital lending, which was very big in US and China, and we were replicating the same models in India. But I also realized there's a very large asset-backed market in India, which is our own stock market. And the numbers blew my mind. $5 trillion in market cap among the top five exchanges globally. $20 billion of daily delivery trade that happens, more than $200 billion of daily derivative trade that happens. I was like, this is so big. It's almost like a holy grail for any VC investor to go and invest. But why is no startup getting into this space? 2018-19, when I was conceptualizing StockRow, there was only one funded startup, which was Upstocks. Bro was primarily into mutual funds, and Zerotha was bootstrapped. This intrigued me. I started spending a lot more time to understand how people invest. Right? How would I invest? I'll probably see something on CNBC, pick up the phone, call up my friend saying, hey guys, I think ITC is at a discount of 10%. This is what has happened. And they will come back saying, Ajay, let's look at fundamentals, technicals, balance sheet, and we'll spend half an hour huddle back saying this makes sense. Let's go and buy ITC stocks. But we're among that very small percentage of population who understands finance and numbers. How does an average retail participant invest? Real life scenario. My dad would call me saying, Ajay, you should buy IRCTC stocks. Why? It will become 2x in a year. Why? Because his friend in morning walk told him to do so. And then my dad, his friends, and probably even I'll go and start buying the stock. If you take a step back, understand the whole phenomenon of investing, you'll realize it is perhaps the largest consensus-based social commerce activity. Fortunately for us, there's not a single tech platform in India which was taking this user journey offline to online. I was like, this is such a large white space. No one is doing this. But if I have to build this in India, how big is the market for us? Giving you very high level numbers, 400 million plus millennials in the country. Government data says more than 170 million plus have $8,000 or more of annual investable household income. What do they do with this money? Nothing. It is sitting in their fixed deposit and savings account. Why are people not investing? One, fear of losing money. If I put money in markets, I'll probably lose it. Second, no one understands jargons. The moment you say EV EBITDA, RSI multiple, it confuses people rather than convincing them. I realize that today in India, the biggest challenge that we face is our education system doesn't teach us how to invest. Our families don't teach us how to invest. They have all taught us how to save money. This is a gap in the ecosystem. If you talk to folks around you, everyone wants to grow their money, everyone wants to invest, but they need a little hand-holding guidance, social circle for doing this. We're like, even if I'm able to convert 20% of this massive 400 million population, that's like 80 million plus users on our platform. So the numbers felt staggeringly big. We thought it's worth taking a stab at this. What we realized is that we have to help people overcome, one, the fear of investing, and learn investing or interact with people just the way they do offline for them to start their investment journey. We are perhaps the only platform globally right now which has brought three compelling elements in one single platform: learning, social, and trading. And all the three of them create such humongous stickiness among the people that today our retention rate is more than 95% month on month. Right? How does the platform work? Today, when a user comes on StockRow, he gets a lot of bite-sized content which he can start consuming, both video and posts that he can start learning from. And then we give him a mock portfolio, a strategy builder, where he can now start buying and selling stocks, get an experience of how market works. If I bought this, what would happen? If I sell this, what would happen? There's a complete social ecosystem, fund managers, advisors, traders who are teaching him how to trade and invest. We celebrate people who are doing amazingly well and put them on the leaderboard right there on the platform to inspire others to do this. While all of this is learning, when a user says, hey, I'm ready to now start investing, that is, start putting my money in the market, we have 150 plus SEBI registered advisors who are giving their trade calls every day. Buy this is the entry price, this is the exit price, this is the rationale for investing in this particular stock. Right? So a user, when he wants to put his money in the markets, he comes back to StockGrow, looks at what are the best performing portfolio of other users, interacts with the advisors, take this strategic suggestion advice, looks at the investment recommendations which are out there, and then put his money in the market. How do they pay us and why do they pay us? One, to get access to trade calls, high upside stocks, stock scores that we create for them to avoid getting into all that fundamental and technical analysis. We charge users 200 rupees a month. If they want to actually evaluate, audit someone else's portfolio, look at any expert portfolios, they pay us about 400 rupees a month. And if they want to talk one-on-one with any of the advisors, they pay us 500 rupees a month. These are the subscription fee that we charge to the users. From our execution roadmap, we started in 2020. I registered the business in January and we did our first launch in June 2020. Took us about 6 months to get a product market fit. In 2021, we went out to all the business schools and colleges in India, focused on social gamification and competition between them. Today, we have 1,600 plus business schools and colleges using StockGrow as part of the curriculum. We shifted then our model to subscription, bundling all the key features and giving it as a subscription feature to them. We realized that today, when a user wants to go and interact with an advisor or find a RA or a RIA, there's no platform which creates this discovery for them. And that's where we started focusing on building the advisory platform. By year 2024, last year, we became the largest investment advisory platform in the country. Today, we have 48 million plus registered users, 30 million plus monthly active, and 18 million plus paying users on the platform. Right? Something which we are very proud of when we look at our whole stack when we compare it with some of the other social media platforms. In India, Instagram has about 500 million users spending about 84 minutes a day. We are almost at 30 right now, relatively smaller than Instagram. But when you look at LinkedIn and Twitter, we have surpassed LinkedIn numbers and we are very close to where Twitter is. Now, when you look at traditional media, Money Control, which is CNBC, Mint, and ET Markets, we are almost 18 times the size of Money Control when it comes to paying users and almost the same size from monthly active user perspective. We are larger than Mint and ET Market or Economic Times in the country right now. From a broker perspective, Grow is the largest in the country with 13 million plus transacting users. Angel and Zerodha following that with 7.5 and 8 million transacting users. Our user base is larger than them, but the difference is that my ARPU is more on a subscription basis, which is much smaller than any of them because they would be making anything between 2,000 to 3,000 rupees a month from transacting users. Our positioning is very different from everyone, where brokers are basically into transactions, traditional media is into publication. Social media is only the one which is creating awareness. We are at the crossroad of execution and learning, right? Going forward, we are integrating with all the brokers. So users on StockGrow can now do their trades directly from the platform and don't have to switch out of StockGrow for doing this. We are launching first of its kind AI platform where users can now start doing research on stocks, mutual fund, and different asset classes. Our team, Maddie, Shreyash, GS, all of these guys have come from some of the largest startups out there and helping me build this. Thank you so much and open to questions from the jury.
Thank you, sir. Allow me a minute. Yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Patra, Mr. Patra, would you like to go first, sir?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Nice presentation, Ajay. So you are a VC before, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. So I saw your leadership team. How big is your overall team?
So we are about 75 people. About 40 are in office and rest of the guys work from home.
Okay. And who is your main competitor?
Sir, when we started, we had about 4 different businesses which were funded by Kalari, by Axel, by some of the other investors, but they've all died down. So it's kind of a winner take it all market. Today we don't really have any competition.
Okay. Okay. And what do you think? I mean, Zerodha can sort of get into your space and take
So everyone has
some of
tried.
your-
So almost all the brokers have tried building this, and they're all friends now. They're collaborating with us. It's a DNA issue because when they acquire a user, they want the user to come and transact immediately because they've paid a huge acquisition cost for doing that. For me, I have the ability and the patience of spending 6 months, 9 months with the user, teaching him how to trade and invest before we even nudge him to start his real investment journey.
Yeah, and you also mentioned about your gamification in the earlier days, right? And did that really pay off? And are you sort of continuing with that?
Sir, it really paid off because that's the easiest way of actually acquiring a lot of users. It creates excitement, it creates fun for people to start their investment journey. Now we have now we have gone away with that feature because it's not required anymore. Most of the users who are coming just to understand how to interact with the advisors and then start their investing.
And you mentioned yourself that AI, you are integrating AI. Can you just elaborate on that a little bit?
So today, when you go back and look at ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, or even Google, and if you ask them a question saying, "Hey, should I buy Reliance today?" they can't give you an answer. And we discovered that they can't give you an answer because all the real fundamental technical analysis, all the advisory information is behind paywall. They are sitting with Stockgrow, they are sitting with Bloomberg, they are sitting with Reuters. And because they can't pull that info out, they can't go and search the web and pull that info out. That's the reason they are not able to give the answer. We saw this as an opportunity. We started putting all the information on our servers. We did exactly what Google did 15, 20 years back. We started indexing all the information and ranking it. So today, when you ask Stockgrow saying, "Hey, should I buy Reliance?" it gives you a proper contextual relevant answer. And you can keep talking. I think P multiple is very high. Should I buy Reliance or ONGC? What do you think makes sense? It's almost like you and I having a conversation, but with all the relevant and contextual information out there.
Okay, last question from me. Are you raising any money, and how does your capital look like?
So we have raised almost $60 million plus till now. And we'll be raising one more round after this before taking the company IPO.
Okay, that's thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Sharma, sir, your question.
Ajay, it was very interesting presentation, and I think the things we are going to talk today, that is the fintech as a revolution in this country. So I think you are the part of that revolution. But it's a highly competitive market. I can say that number of apps are already there in the market, and they're offering different features. So as a layman, for example, because my objective as a zero here is, I want to see that how the fintech can become a revolution in this country, so that the person at the lowest level of the pyramids maybe feel secure and can use all these apps.
Yes, sir.
So I would like to know three things from you. Number one is that apart from charging 200 rupees per month, is there any other transaction charge also if I make transaction on an app?
Yes, sir, we are not doing it as of now, but yes, as we open up both the platforms, that is broker integration and the AI, we would be charging them convenience fee for using all the broking accounts. That is triggering trades directly from Stockgrow. And for AI, definitely because it's a very expensive proposition, we'll again be charging 200 to 500 rupees subscription fee a month.
Okay. Second thing is that security of my money. That what are the security features in this app that my money is secure?
So because we are an advisory platform, I'm not touching a user's money at all. I'm integrating the broker. So your money stays with the broker. All the transactions happen through the brokers. Me as a platform is a knowledge, social, community platform. So there's all the interaction that happens here. You get access to experts, advisors, educators, but I don't touch your capital.
And ease of use?
Sir, I'll just show you the platform very quickly in a minute.
Yeah, please. That would be really, if you can take a minute, if I think we can go ahead with that. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So when you land on Stockgrow, the first thing that you see is your own portfolio. You could have plugged in your real portfolio or a virtual portfolio that you can see here. Now, when I'm looking at it, I'm like, in last 2 weeks, I made 10% in one, DLF, I made 11. It is already inspiring me saying I could have done all of this in the real market and I would have made 10 to 15% return in just about 1 week. Then what you see is all the SEBI registered advisors and their trade advisors. This doesn't exist anywhere outside Stockgrow right now. And not just their advices, I will go and question saying, why should I follow Sneha Jain, right? How good is she? We are the only platform which is giving you a track record of all the advisors saying they are good or bad. What is the kind of return that they are generating? It's almost like their LinkedIn profile where you can see the registration number, where are they coming from, what is the years of experience, intraday, short term, long term, what is the kind of advice that they're giving. If you look at their track record, and you can also look at the market commentary that is getting created. So they've put out something out there. What are the users saying? What is the kind of interaction that is happening? What are the kind of messages that they're receiving? And they're reverting back to the users. Now, while I go through all of this, I'm making, say, 1.7%. I can see these are other users on the platform who are making 15, 18, 20%. I'm very curious saying, how did they do that? So I can go to Raj's profile. I can see the stocks that he has bought or sold. I can look at all his historical transaction. If I want to start talking to him, I can message him and start talking to him saying, Raj, this looks good. I'm very curious. How are you doing this? Now, beyond all of this, there would be users who would say, I want to do an evaluation myself. And so this actually doesn't exist outside Stockgrow. So I come here, I look at what's happening in the market, crude oil doing well. I'm suddenly checking, okay, let's look at Bharat Petroleum. So you can see this, the stock score on the right side, which is 10. I'll tell you what this stands for in a few minutes. But now I can see that the stock is between 52-week high low. The P multiple is lower than the sector. So it's cheaper than where the sector is. The stock has given 29% return in 6 months as compared to the sector return of 21%. So it is outperforming the sector itself. Mutual funds have started buying this. ICICI is buying this. ICICI. Now it gives me the confidence saying institutions have already started buying this. Users cannot do fundamental analysis. So we have done all of that for them in one single card, saying this is the earning, this is the relative valuation, right? Broadly, the stock scores holds good. There's a forecast that we have given them saying it can go up to 451 from 336. And there are 32 analysts covering this stock, of which more than 60% are saying buy. So in 30 seconds of me telling you what we give here, I'm convinced in my mind I should buy this. Should I buy it today? I don't know, right? And that's where we have done the technical analysis also for a user. Average retail participants cannot do technical analysis. We have done all of it for them and given one single dial saying stock is right now in a bullish trend. This is the next resistance that it would go and hit. Even if you look at SMA, it is in a bull. I'm convinced by now, one single hit, I'm saying, okay, in this portfolio, I want to buy. I can take a market or a limit order. I put my order here, and it goes in my portfolio. And in this, we are just adding one more toggle. You can go and trigger all of these trades directly with your broker from Stockgrow. I have 1 minute left. Yes, sir.
There are questions, Ajay. We'll keep the slide open though. Yes.
I'm convinced. Yeah, that's fine. Very interesting. I may be your customer also. Maybe in future. It's very interesting.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Sudarshan, your question.
It's very easy to use. Yeah,
Thanks.
very good.
Yeah, hi. I have two questions. First is that hit rate. How do you calculate this hit rate whenever analysts make a recommendation? Do they give you a target price as well as stop loss both? Is it mandatory, or you just look at the target price and if that is achieved? Because I have been on a trading floor and it's very tricky that how do you define hit rate for any analyst, right?
Sir, they give us a target. So every time they hit, their targets are hit, I'll quickly show this to you. It's more easy, right? So there's a target number that they have given here. There's an entry price that they have given, right? So every time they're able to cross the target price, that is where we'll count that this is a hit rate. That is, they've concluded it successfully.
No, there should be stop loss, right? In a trading world,
They do.
there should be
I'll
stop
bring you
loss.
here. So here's a stop loss that they give, right? This is your entry price. The stock is right now here. You should enter once it crosses 1120, right? And there's a target number and there's a stop loss already given. So
both has to be mandatory, right? Both target price and stop loss. Both has to be mandatory when you are giving a trade.
Most will not come here. So we give them a dashboard. We teach them how to use it. But if they don't give me all these inputs, this will never show up in the system.
And that will not be considered for a hit rate, right?
It will not be considered. And if you want to place an order, you can use any of your brokers and directly place the order from here. So say my Kite and ICICI securities are already integrated. I can directly trigger my trade from here.
Okay. My second question is that your FNO strategy builder, is it live or is it not live yet?
No, sir. I have probably another few weeks and then we'll make it live.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Kamlesh, sir, your question.
Very nice. It's very nice. But what is the expected? What is the something new which others don't have? Because there are many what you call the website. There are many portfolios. There are many what you call. I'm sitting in IFSC. Every third person is a script writer. Every third person is a script reader. Okay, what will happen in the next? Okay. So what innovation you are having in the stock group?
So anyone
all the time, if you will go for a money control, they will also say buy, sell. Everywhere it is there. Okay.
Ekdam
What expected you are having?
Everyone is an advisor there, but how good or bad an
I
advisor?
start with that only, that you are also following the SEBI advisory rules. Okay, and you are following duly.
Yes.
Right. So I will start with that only. And what is the expected in that?
So the challenge out there in the market is there's no one who can qualify the advisor saying, is his advice good or bad, right? Is there a track record that is being built for an advisor? One. That is something which no one is doing, and not just in India, globally, no one is doing. And we are perhaps the only platform who started building this. And it takes time because you have to first onboard people, but you also have to start creating their track record. I'll quickly walk you through this. This is my Zerodha account. Okay. If you land up here, you basically get to see all the stocks as a watch list. Okay. That's all that I see. I see a watch list. I see my order book. I see my holding page, and I see my positions. If I come here and I'm like, yeah, okay, Infosys, I can see the chart. What do I do now? Do I buy or do I sell? I'll call up my friend, and the friend himself is not qualified, but he can give me any random suggestion. That's the challenge that we are solving for people, saying the moment it comes to investing your money, I'm the only person out there who is not incentivized to make you invest or trade. I am incentivized to preserve your capital and help you create your wealth. And that's the reason we are in a subscription model where, irrespective of the number of transactions you are doing, I'm still paying a fixed fee just to ensure that in my mind, I'm not making money by making you churn your portfolio.
Fine. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm speaking on mute.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Julius, for your questions. Ajay, wish you the best with your innovations. Thank you.
Thanks.
Ajay. Julius, we are closing for the day as was the last presentation. Aditya Birla Capital had an emergency and the leader could not be part of the session. Hence, they have requested regret. And with this, we are closing the Aegis Scramble Award jury presentation for Fintech category, the phase 1. Jurors, I'm sure you have entered your score on the portal, but please request you to share your feedback with the innovator. That would be helpful. And in case if you wish to be connected with any of the innovator for academia research purpose, we would be happy to connect with them for better insights and know and grow this startup ecosystem which we are creating with the FinTech zone. Would request you to please let us know on an email. We will be happy to connect there. With this, we are closing our session for Aegis Scramble Award. I would like to thank our jurors to be a part of the session, asking all those questions which are insightful, giving them a feedback which is important, and also certain feedbacks and what you liked about the sessions you have also mentioned on the portal. That is really, really insightful and helpful for our innovator. As we grow, as this platform grows, we intend to make sure our startup ecosystem grows as well, and also they learn a best from the sessions. With this, I would like to thank all our jurors and a participant to be part of the session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.